Hey guys, what's going on today? This is your friend Dalsu. We are back with some more Banished. It's been a couple days. It is Mardi Gras down here. Let me tell you, my mind is not on Banished right now. Not to say that I haven't been looking forward to getting back to it, but man, the parades and the craziness and all this kind of stuff has just been taking over the city. It's wild. If you've never been to New Orleans Mardi Gras, once in a lifetime experience. Except I do it every year, but you should do it if you've never done it. If you've got the stamina, because it's not just a one-day holiday. It's like a 2-week thing, and there are parades for days and days and days. Anyway, we're gonna start by kind of getting our roads upgraded like we've been wanting to do. What is this? Shit, I'm low on logs again. That was what I was struggling with last episode. I now recall was that I kept running out of wood. So I do have a lot of laborers right now. I'm gonna go ahead and tell him just take all these resources. That's a lot of resources, but we have a lot of laborers, so it's not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. We'll see how long it takes him to get that done. Where was I? Right, brick roads. Let's not get distracted here. I have my to-do list. It's all written down nice and properly, so that I will not forget the many things that I've told myself I need to do. This is a hard game to Let's Play sometimes because it's a very distracting game. It's kind of hard to stay on, focused on something. And you need to kind of stay focused because there's these very long production chains that you have to see to. The focus becomes very important. Anyway, we also got this industrial supplier, which I'm very, very excited to try out. I'm thinking this episode I might start curing leather because apparently cured leather has a very good trade value, and we don't really need our leather so much. So I was thinking maybe I would do that. That's on the list as well. You have to excuse my sniffles. Sorry about that. Nothing I can do. Can't be helped. Sniffles are gonna happen. But the first thing really on my list is some more housing. So let's do that. I think we're to the point where we can just throw down country houses now, kind of wherever we want. This is the space where they're supposed to be. I'm going to check out that trader in just a second. We had reserved this area for more housing, so let's go ahead and flush it out. We can't quite get him in there. We're going to have to cut that road back a little bit. That's annoying, but we'll get that done real quickly. We got to come remove it, of course. Anyway, we only need 4 houses. That'd be fine. And I'm going to keep on doing upgrades to the country houses. From stone houses to country houses. We want them all to be country houses. A lot of people to kick out, but hopefully it'll work fast. We have 10 builders. We can get more. But right now we've kind of got some things queued up, so we better relax on it for just a second and let things happen. Not go overboard here in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm excited to try this industry supplier because it's always the industrial supplies that seem like the things I really want to trade for the most. So while we're waiting for a lot of that stuff to get built, why don't we just do a little inventory? It's useful to do. See, I mean, you got to know. We have got way too much furnace fuel. We do not need that much furnace fuel at all. I'm going to take all 3 of these guys out of here, and I'm going to shut it down. And then I'm going to say one of the first things that we can sell is furnace fuel. And we want to keep some around, but we don't need 2,000. Come on. Give me 500. This is like a base trade resource that we can use. We can put those 3 extra people into our traders because it's nice to have more people in your traders because they run out and fetch stuff for you and they, deliver goods when you pick them up to your magazines and stuff. This guy doesn't have much of anything yet, it seems. Another thing I was thinking about maybe this episode is getting glass together. I haven't been incentivized to make glass yet, but thinking I probably will be soon. This is bedding that's next, right? So I gotta make a bedding place too. But we're not gonna do that till we've got all the upgrades already done. We don't have enough hemp. Or enough beeswax. This must be a log issue mostly. We have enough building supplies to maybe turn that off. Not really. Not if we want to keep upgrading. I don't want them using my logs so much, though. I guess it can't be avoided. We have enough bricks now, don't we? 900 something. Let's shut these guys down for a while. That means we can also shut down... Or we could switch the clay to sand. We might want to do that. Anyway, I don't like having just like a shit ton of something. It kind of, like I have way too much coal. That's what's blocking up this stockpile. No worries, we have this stockpile here. Alright, our first industrial trader. He's got glass. You'll have to excuse me, I seem to be having some kind of allergy attack right in the middle of my video. Sorry about that. There's nothing I want right this second. Hull components would allow me to build another shipping wharf, which would allow me to get more whale blubber, but I'm not too worried about that. Fancy houseware would be nice. Hardwood. I wonder, I can just use hardwood only for furniture, or does it serve all the purposes of logs? That's kind of what I want to do, though, come to think of it, is order logs. So let's see. Not firewood necessarily, but just logs. We're having a hard time keeping our... This is just going to be under logs? I don't actually see it. I see lumber, I just see logs. Yeah, here it is at the end. Okay. That would be great, is if you would do that every time. Just bring me logs, and then we won't have any more log problem. We'll trade away all the stuff that we don't need for stuff that we desperately need, like logs. Okay, let me just consult the list here. Yeah, we never did finish our road upgrading, so let's work on that while we let things develop a little bit. I know it's a little bit tedious, a little bit boring probably for you to watch me upgrade all my roads, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done, and I don't like doing a whole lot of stuff off camera, you know. The point is to do this with people. Although some of you might prefer if I edit out the boring parts. I don't have enough time to edit every single video I make. I know that a lot of YouTubers do that, and I'm amazed by their dedication and skill. And I do edit some videos, but for the most part, it takes me probably 10 minutes of working with Photoshop, and that's if there's no problem at all. If there's a problem, it can take hours. And even once you're done, you still got to encode the thing, which basically means you can't use your computer for an hour and a half. So I usually only do that, like if for some reason I had to break my video, obviously I'm going to have to splice it back together, you know, if the doorbell rings or I get a phone call or something business related comes up and I've got to deal with it. Otherwise, I just kind of let it be what it is, you know. And that's probably why I only have 500 subscribers, but I'm not doing it to get famous or rich, I'm just doing it to have 500 subscribers, so... I'm pretty happy. I'd be real happy with 500 subscribers who are active and commented and talked to me and gave me tips, and a lot of you guys do that, which is fantastic. Anyway, we're getting off topic here a little bit. We're supposed to be talking about Banished, but I'm just going through the process of doing a slightly tedious task right now, so I thought I might, you know, an aside or two would be warranted. Let's go ahead and upgrade these. Am I still having the same problem? I've got this guy full of wine, and this guy has no wine. That's, I mean, I guess that everyone that I have in my city can just get their wine from one centralized location, but I don't know. It strikes me as a little bit odd. I don't know. Alright. Let's up the number of builders to 20 so that we can get all these upgrades done and out of the way. I'm assuming it's not a supply issue, although it quite possibly could be. Oh yeah, we're very low on lumber right now. Uh-oh, we're starting to get a tiny bit of lag. I remember I had built this place to provide us with lumber, but it seems to be struggling just a tiny bit with all these upgrades, but that's okay. Appears to be a section I missed right there. Okay. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I gotta make sure it's the red brick, never the white brick. Okay, now, where were we? Next on the list is a secondary tailor. Not tailor, but clothier, right? Well, a tailor upgrades into a clothier. Yes, okay. I was like, is that tailor? No, it's the weaver. All this vocabulary gets confusing. Anyway, our clothing has like slowly been trickling down in number. A large part of that is that we've been running out of feathers. What does he have? He's got building supplies, which are useful. He also did not bring logs, okay? Bring me logs every time, please. Okay, just make sure that's stuck. Alright, where were we? I just keep getting distracted. I'm very, like, scatterbrained these days. I don't know quite what it is, but maybe I'm getting older. Maybe I've been drinking too much from Mardi Gras. Whatever it is, though, it kind of makes it difficult to play Banished because, like I was saying before, there's so much stuff that distracts you and demands your attention immediately, and it's just hard to stay on point all the time, frankly. But yeah, we were talking about a tailor, weren't we? Okay, now we're getting back to what I was talking about. We were running out of feathers because of not enough chickens, not enough ducks, not enough fowl. So he had to stop several times making his clothing, and then we also are increasing in population, obviously. I think now we should be having more feathers. It says only 10, but we have a pretty good number of... Oops, sorry about that. We have a pretty good number of fowl going on now. Should I buy food? Might as well, like, buy 1,000 bread. Why not? Just have a little extra food. It's not going to be much of a big deal. I certainly don't need bone meal sitting around. I don't need that 80 furnace fuel at all. I probably don't need those 80 candles. That's going to put us up there, so let's bring this back down to 50. Ah, man, I'm so bad at math. 65, right? Close enough. Close enough. I could have just got 60 more food, but oh well. This is some interesting stuff. Not stuff that I really need, but, you know. Some new seeds would be nice. Nah, we don't really have enough to trade, do we? Actually, I mean, the leather's worth 1,000. Still, it would be tough to make that trade. Yeah, we probably can't. That's why we gotta get this cured leather going, man. We're gonna sell it for a lot. All these cows are making me leather. By the way, Dead Inside keeps telling me to raise my cap all the way up here. I don't know why that would be beneficial, but I'm gonna go ahead and trust him because he seems to know what he's talking about. So he's always telling me raise the cap. Sorry it took me so long, bud. Like I said, distractions. But here we go. Get it done while we're thinking about it. That's the key. You gotta do stuff when it occurs to you, or else it never gets done. So our leather production should be pretty good, though. Thinking about maybe a new cow field, considering that's what we're going for. This is not producing much chicken at all. Even though it's got 40 out of 40, and I can't really see the chickens. That's partially my color blindness. I can see their little heads bobbing here and there. But it's very, very hard to see. They look exactly the same texture and color as the ground. Alright. Anyway. We probably don't get much leather from these guys at all. We've only got one? What's the point of that? We need to buy another bison, don't we? I didn't realize we only had one. These beef cows are also not producing anything. Only 21 leather per season. Cured leather may not be like the panacea we thought it was for trade. But of course, we do have 3 hunting lodges. And you know what? We can easily check this. I'm going about this totally the wrong way. Peter would be angry right now. Sorry, Peter. Don't be angry. Distractions. Leather. Right, $6.99. So I can actually check the. Oh man, I actually can't because it's grouped in with what, dry goods, I guess. I was thinking I could check exactly how much leather I produced. And I still might be able to. I might just be kind of not looking the right place. Here we go. Nope. Too many menus. Anyway, it looks like most of our upgraded houses are not done. These are, though. So we can do a few more, I think. Somebody said that my housing was ugly. I don't know what you guys think. I guess it is kind of ugly. It's all together. But I still feel like she was a troll, but... Anyway, if you think the housing's ugly, probably keep it to yourself. I've never been very good at aesthetics in games. I've always been more of like a practical-minded player, you know. I don't necessarily try to make things pretty. I'd prefer if they were not like hideously ugly, you know, and had a little bit of charm. But it's one of the reasons like I can't really play City Skylines for long. I love City Skylines. It's an amazing game. But it's so much more about like making things pretty than it is about actual gameplay mechanics. Well, to an extent. That might be an overstatement. I feel like the making of beautiful things is more important to that game than is mastering the fundamentals and stuff. Which might just be a personal feeling. I don't know. If you guys disagree, feel free to leave comments. I love that game, don't get me wrong. Anyway, we've had to slow down our speed because of computer issues, but it seems to be okay, yeah? Alright, we are capped out on firewood, which I guess is a good thing, considering we can't seem to get enough logs. Hopefully somebody's going to bring us some logs, though. Although all we've got right now to trade is some furnace fuel, which is not super impressive. Okay. Should we do another tailor? Noticing that my clothing has gone down even more. Noticing that this guy has not actually run out of feathers, so he's all set on the feathers. We are going to go ahead and do another one, probably over here in our new town. I don't know, why would we do it over here? I was trying to think of the reasoning behind why we would do it over here, but if we've got markets everywhere, it really doesn't matter. Does it? I don't think it matters. We might as well just stick it in our industrial area just for ease of finding it, you know. Otherwise, it's very hard to keep track of. We'll do it right here. I know I'm not like doing a great job with road management. Actually, if we put it here, it can get a road, huh? Yeah, let's do it like that, and let's give it a brick road. Boom. All right, so we're gonna get a new tailor going. That'll be great. We won't have to worry about running out of clothes as our population expands. I think I overdid it a little bit on the housing upgrades, but yeah, hopefully they don't take too long. Let's check, make sure we've got. Okay, we're at 0 building supplies, so it's probably going to take a little while. What about what's the other one? Furnishings? No, homewares. Yeah, we're actually really good on homewares, so it's probably we could probably turn off the homeware guy. Because he's probably using a lot of logs. And where the hell is he? He's so hard to find. Alright, copperware plus furniture. I mean, he can keep going. We can always trade those if we want. No nomads, please. Okay, but this guy, he must be out of joists. That would make sense. We should probably buy joists. Yes, we're at 0 joists. Okay. So, we're going to turn you into joists. 20 iron, 6 coal. He's going to use up all of our iron. But we're not using iron for that much, you know. We want to keep ourselves well-tooled. That is a word that people say. Yeah, so the building supplies are what's holding us up. We look like to have a shortage of lumber as well. But that's something that this guy will remedy pretty damn fast. No siege right now. Waiting for my industrial supplier. Oh, there he is. Okay, we can actually grab some building supplies, but they're super expensive. That's not too bad. So this is going to be 150, right? I was close. You guys got to give me that one. And boom. What else? He's got lamp oil. I think that'll do it. But yeah, we need joists to get made. We should probably just do another foundry. In fact, I'm going to add that to my list. My banished to-do list. That's right, I've got a banished to-do list, as I've said several times. Anyway, we didn't get about half of it done this episode. Not even a quarter, really. It's a game of patience, as we all know. Food seems to be strong, though, so there's no reason why we can't just keep on growing. Nothing really slowing us down. Could also do a few more fisheries out here if I ever wanted to, and I could upgrade these. I didn't realize that. Huh. Better warmth and comfort. I'll do that, probably. I think I have plenty of rope, don't I? I have almost 100 rope. Did you bring me some logs? I think I've already interfaced with you, haven't I? Nope. I mean, I want those things, but... Alright, we got this guy done. Let's go ahead and upgrade him. These could take a while because of the building supply situation, of course. I guess those 3 that I bought have already been used up, huh? Alright, well, let's check out our building supplier. He's got some joists now, finally. He's got logs, he's got bricks. He's all good to go. In fact, I'm going to give him an extra buddy to work with so that they can get down on it. And we're going to end the episode there. Like I said, I've got a lot more on this list that I've got to do. So stick with us. I hope to see you guys again on the next episode of Dalsy Plays Banished. See you next time.